anticipating.
President, you just mentioned the meeting with the President of Colombia.
What is your message to European leaders?
Do you still have confidence? Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. You still have confidence.
Justice handling of the airspace closure over El Paso?
Down in El Paso. On Greenland, on European leaders.
Is there going to be any progress in Ukraine?
And on the Munich Security Conference, how confident are you that
Mr. President, are you going to hold anyone? Mr. President, are you anticipating?
President, you just mentioned the meeting with the President of Colombia.
What is your message to European leaders?
Do you still have confidence? Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. You still have confidence.
Justice handling of the airspace closure over El Paso?
Down in El Paso. On Greenland, on European leaders.
Is there going to be any progress in Ukraine?
and on the Munich Security Conference, how confident are you that
Mr. President, are you going to hold anyone? Mr. President, are you anticipating?
President, you just mentioned the meeting with the President of Colombia.
What is your message to European leaders?
Do you still have confidence? Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. You still have confidence.
Justice handling of the airspace closure over El Paso?
Down in El Paso. On Greenland, on European leaders.
Is there going to be any progress in Ukraine? How would you like to be president for 5 minutes? I don't think so. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the DOXXreport and my quiet, lovely, beautiful, peaceful, affordable, comfortable, golfing and sunny retirement community affectionately known as
Del Boca Vista.
Thank you, Frank. I'm retired. 72 next month. Gads. United States citizen and recipient of Medicare payments living in Central Florida. I love it. This is my personal YouTube channel, vlog, citizen journalism account, and just about anything else I want it to be. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. 4 people watching. Don't you get tired of seeing the same frickin' people on every channel? You got to have some guests. You got to get, maybe it's just me. What do we got today? Inflation. Oh my God, did I misspell that? I guess I misspelled that. Or I didn't get it all in there. It's inflation down. Dow Jones 100,000. It can't be serious. Well, it's 50,000. Dow Jones double. That means the S&P would double. Who said such a thing? Saturday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And some people are having a broken heart. Central Florida Network, a Trump presser, neighborhood drama, and of course we do entertaining comments. I do not have the Playboard numbers today. I can't. It's on the last episode. Just look for a bad bunny. Beautiful. I got to give the weather. 76 degrees Fahrenheit. That would be 24 degrees Celsius. Humidity 41%. Wind 11 kilometers per hour. wind 7 miles per hour. And tomorrow we're going to get some rain. Oh, look at the flag. Red. I finally asked a golfer what the hell that means. I thought he was talking about the fairway. But red means, because they change the pin placement every day on the green. So red is closest to the tee. White is in the middle. Blue is all the way in the back. So I learned something. Is Trump doomed? What kind of question is that? If Trump is doomed, so is the world. Hey, how's your Chinese? You speak pretty good Chinese? Canada is in big trouble. SA Map 90. Well, thank you for subscribing. At least you subscribed for 2 days. Thank you. What do you mean doomed? If we get another Democrat in there, the country is doomed. We get another leftist, radical Democrat, they're deranged and dangerous. And we become California. We become Chicago. We become New York. We become insolvent. How do you destroy a nation? You open the borders. Multilingual. You destroy your language. You destroy your culture. All by design. And wait till I play some of these. Okay. Oh, please. Maybe you're on the wrong channel. You might be on the wrong channel. What, the more money you print, does that show you're a stable country? It's the strength of the dollar. You may be at the wrong channel. Let's see. Okay. Thank you, Aaron. Okay. All right. You get the interest rate down and you grow the economy, it takes care of a lot of problems. Leftists, you're welcome if you want to. All right, is it broke? Tell me the most successful country out there. Who is it? Who's got it? North Korea? China? How about Venezuela? What about Cuba? Who are you supporting? If you're not going to support the USA, who do you support? Anyway, enough of that. So we got the succulents. Succulents, the spider plant on the far right took a hit. And I had to do a little cleanup. And again, the pin placement. Red is closest to the tee, white in the middle, blue at the back. Oh, a little close to the hedge. That spooked me. And they're out there. It's brown, but it's just delightful. Just delightful. Oh, okay, right. Well, good luck with that. I sure hope not. We're doomed. If it's Gavin Newsom, we're doomed. He won't even put water in the fire hydrants. And that's who you want for president? I mean, stop it. Stop it. Are you a unionist? Are you are you one of the big labor boys out there mailing in the ballots for everyone? 5 people watching. Thank you. And I gave up streaming on X because there's no participation, and I don't know, I just don't get that many hits on it. So I'm just sticking to YouTube. Let's see, where do I start today? Well, how about this?
Leadership, discipline, diligence, integrity, civility.
Amen, brother. Well, let's stop. I'm not going to tease you with the headline. I'm going to go right to the clip of our president. This is on Friday, Friday the 13th, was it? Yeah, I guess he's getting on the helicopter. He had some great... Oh, thank you. Mookie. Let's give Mookie his due. We have a Mookie call over here. Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. Here it is.
Aumuamua.
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 Aumuamua. Boris. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind, Boris. He's destroyed California. I genuinely think Gavin is a blue dog Democrat. And if he gets elected as president, I don't believe he will be as radical as... We can't take that risk. Look at Canada. No, we can't take that risk. Come on. What? Docs, if I have a video, or I'm speaking for a friend, if I have a video that was made in your honor, yeah, I'll bet it was, can I email it to you and you play it? It depends. I have to look at it. So far, the videos have not been complimentary. Speaking of not being complimentary, I was playing around with AI, and listen, it's an automated program. No matter what I tell it to do, sometimes I can't get the 16 by 9. I know it upsets, who does it upset? Babbling Baba, but it just doesn't do it, so I have to stretch it. I'd rather fill it than have any space on the thumbnail. So I was playing around, and I thought, but I don't, now I got to talk about Morty, okay? Morty's Diner. He had a driver tell him that he looked like Danny DeVito. So I got a photo of Danny DeVito, and I was playing around with AI. I was going to make it into Morty's Diner, make him into Morty. But would that put me on the penance list? I don't want to be on the penance list. I mean, then I'm an outcast. And is that hate? I don't know if Morty has a sense of humor or not. And, you know, Danny DeVito's, I wouldn't call him a handsome man, but he certainly isn't ugly. So, and he has aged. So it was so difficult to get a thumbnail, to make it a thumbnail. I have to keep putting in ingredients, keep giving it orders, and it just got, so I just chucked it. And I went with, I thought this was a good one. This is, I put Trump at Costco in the Villages. I thought that was pretty good. No, don't stop that. I said exact copy of Mr. Greenroom, of the young man Greenroom. I said, I did not say make a large nose on it. Did not do that. And that's what Mookie's referring to. Sometimes AO nose will just not enlarge. No, I never said that. I haven't done that to anybody. I take an image and I say, make a thumbnail image out of this and put them in, in certain situations. And that's all I do. I let AI do its thing. And then I always go to I have to look at the end product. But I spent so much time today on Morty, I just chucked it. I thought, to hell with it. Mookie's laughing. I sent it, Docs. Okay. I don't know if I'll play it, because I have to review it first. I don't know if I'll play it today. I'll add it to the live stream. I may go on Jack's. If I wake up early, I'll go on. You know what? If I like it, I'll put it, I'll have to run it. No, the first thing I'll do, because if there's any music to it, and I do this to all the material I make for, what's wrong with this thing? I do this for all the material I put on the Jackson Bob show. I put it through YouTube first. And yes, there are a lot of copyrights, but they're not strikes. It says green. They give me green lights. So I'll run it through that first and I'll give it to Jax. I'll ask him to run it tonight, if he's going to do his show. Mookie's laughing. There he is. I sent it. Okay, thank you. Nosegate and fingergate. The fingergate, I'm telling you, Mac OS 26.3, my fingerprint reader on my keyboard, it'll work for 1Password, but it doesn't work to log on, or the watch. I rebooted it. I turned off all the fingerprints. I did a new fingerprint. I put it into safe mode. I rebooted. It's got to be a glitch. So I just got to log in with my code every time, which is kind of inconvenient. You get used to your watch or the fingerprint. Oh, then it should be good. If it's the music is by Wagner, then it should be good. And the sun going down. Now that's a nice clean shot. Love it. Let's see. Oh. And you know what today is, don't you? Whiskey A Go-Go. And I'll be drinking today. This is the most expensive bottle I've purchased, single malt scotch. And it's Ledaig. That's how it's pronounced, I believe. Ledaig. Ledaig. There it is. Did I spell it right? Ledaig. A single, let's see, aged 18 years. single malt Scotch, wonderfully peated. Well, it depends who you are. I'm not really a peat monster fan. If it's wonderfully peated, we'll find out. Batch number 2, limited release, the Isle of Mull, Tobermory Distilleries Limited. I purchased this. I got the receipt on the back of it. Lady Lake, Florida. Store number 154, register 1 at 10:56 a.m. on the September 29th, 2021. Cashier 22025. Quantity 1. Guess what I paid for it? $153 for a bottle of booze. And it's in a nice box, which I'll keep. But you know what? I'm not going to save this till I'm 80, and then I try it and I don't like it. And I'm 72 in March. I got a new car. Life is good. My workouts are great. I'm pain-free, stretching, and it's a great life. So let's take it out of the box. Ooh, it's cold because that's against the window. Beautiful bottle. Nice presentation. It's got a little thing on top of it here. And today is Whiskey A Go-Go, and I'll be taking a sip of it. Tasting notes. Oh, here we go. Let's see. What gives Lashig 18-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey its intensely complex character? First, peat-dried malted barley is married with aromatic water drawn from the Tobermory Distillery's private water source on the rugged Isle of Mull. Matured in superior oak wood cask and finished in Spanish sherry wood cask, the result is wonderfully peated single malt, robust and vibrant, with a spicy smokiness. Floral seaside aromas and hints of licorice and cloves. It's a taste you'll treasure, you'll forever treasure, and you'll always return to. I don't think my palate is that developed. Tasting notes. Copper gold in appearance. The nose is rich with fruity, sherried smokiness, accompanied by seaweed and light creosote. Dried chili flakes, spicy black pepper, and hints of sweet oakiness. Sip to find powerful, rich, sherried, herbal, smoky flavors with orange peel, coffee, a touch of sea salt, tobacco, and white pepper. I don't know. I'm a little cautious now. But so be it. I'm going to open it. I'm going to keep the box. Maybe put a gopher trap in the box. Well, I talked to him this morning. Jax knows how to talk. I was on the phone with him for like 53 minutes, but I enjoyed it. It kind of put me out of my rhythm because in the morning I like to push the water, and I was going to get fuel up at Sam's Club and then at Wawa. But I made it. Does the CFN ownership, that would be me, a Central Florida Network, or CFN Global. I am the CEO, COO, CFO, and founder. Jack's petulant whining about other channels streaming during his time. Well, you'd think there'd be courtesy between channels, but like I was going to go at noon today, but then I saw another channel fire up. But if they're going to go 4, 5, 6 hours, to hell with it. I mean, that's just, you got to compete. So I'll compete. Do I have a position on that? Well, we discussed the show in general terms, but again, I let the talent flourish. There's a couple guardrails that that I've set. He's adhered to them. Quite frankly, there's a short list of people I don't want on the stream. I thought for sure I put Marcelo on there, and when I saw Marcelo on there, oh God! So I checked. He wasn't on the list. So. Okay, but it's his show. He does what he wants to, and you got to be able to compete, right? I mean, if you can't compete, then you're really saying your show's not worth watching, and you got a traveling band of people that'll just watch anything. They just want to be entertained. So, but he's doing well. And speaking of which, since you bring him up, I have an announcement to make. Did you know? Now, there's a lot of naysayers that said, "Oh, they'll never get along. Oh, yeah, that'll work out. Sure, he won't last." His first show, he's done, I think now 37 episodes of Jackson Dr. Bob. His first program is Welcome to the Pirate Ship, December 19th, 2025. So coming up on a 2-month, 60-day anniversary. So it's worked out, I think, for now. But no, I help him, but what am I going to do? It's his show. No, stop. I don't get smashed. I relax. I sip it. You actually, if you start mixing drinks and you don't know when to stop, but when you sip on it like a cognac, it goes right into your bloodstream through your mucus, under your tongue or your mouth, whatever. You don't. The only ones I've ever seen swallowed are professional wrestlers. They take the Jack Daniels and it's like the movies, down the hatch. If I did that, I couldn't breathe. You just sip on it. I'm not going to get smashed. I'll get a little buzz on. That I don't mind. Full fruity tobacco seaweed. Yeah, that's a warning. But see, I don't think my palate is that complex. I either like it or I don't like it. There's one I really like, Aaron. It has a really different finish, and I just love the stuff. If I see it again, I'll buy it. What was the name of that? Whiskey A Go-Go. There it is, Whiskey A Go-Go. Aaron, A-R-R-A-N, Malt Lachrenza Reserve. It was $68. I think it's as good as any of them. Non-chilled filtered, natural color, $68. I thought it was delicious. Lachrenza, Aaron, with an A. Tommy, that's a warning. Well, why didn't you send it to me before I go on air? Docs, you got to play this video now. I love it. Please, please, please. Well, you said it was made in my honor. It's not about me. Is it about Trump or something? Let me look. Not that I don't trust you, but I don't trust you. Well, did you send it to DOXXreport? Or did you send it? Where'd you send it? I don't have it. Don't send it to Fastmail. That's gone. Or it is going to be gone. Check my Fastmail account. I'm getting rid of that. Sign in with you, unlock one password. No, fingerprint. See, the fingerprint works, but not to log in. Let's see, DOXXreport. Yeah, you sent it to Fastmail. Now, I have to look at it first. You sent me a link, but I'll get back to it. If I have a lull in the show, I may bring it up. He's got notes. Well, yeah, I've always had notes. It's not even notes. It's a roadmap of topics that I have to hit so I don't forget them. I made it, and it's got nothing to do with anyone. Laughing. Really. Hey, you got to tell me about Aussie Expat. What is going on with this guy? He's hopping on every show. He's changing his transmission fluid on the Morty's diner. Why would you do that? Now, I have a bunch of scenarios in my head why he would do it. I'm not going to mention it. But the thing I think I settled on is nervous energy. Well, what's he nervous about? It's only 20 minutes. We have a lull right now. No, well, I'm working the comments. For God's sakes, man. Let's get right into the presser because of the fantastic 100,000 DOW. Is that possible? Mr. President, please welcome to the birdcage. Thank you for showing up, sir. It's a privilege and an honor to have you here. And we're going to play the first audio. And live show 1, Trump presser. Here we go. Inflation, Dow Jones. It's amazing. This was Friday.
So we just had very good financial numbers, very low inflation. We brought costs way down, and the numbers were surprising, except to me, they weren't surprising. So the inflation numbers that just announced, as you know, are way down, and we have it back in track. We had the worst inflation in the history of our country, and now we have very modest inflation, which is what you want to have.
Pretty strong economic numbers going into 26. Stock market 50,000. You said it could go to 100,000 plus.
Great numbers today on inflation.
I was going to say, what's the outlook for the remainder of 26? Do you think?
I think we're going to have 100,000 by the time I leave office and at the end of my term. I think we're going to be at 100,000, the Dow. And if you remember, when I was first elected, everybody said, if I got it to 50,000, the Dow, or 7,000 with the S&P. If I got it to 50,000 with the Dow, that would be amazing. That would be in 4 years from then, from the election. I got it at 50,000 the last day of my first year. So I'm pretty early. I think we have a great chance of doing very substantially higher numbers. The country is doing well. We have the hottest country anywhere in the world by far. And the inflation numbers that just came out moments ago were actually incredible. Prices are way down. Inflation is way down, far lower than anyone thought could have happened in a period of 1 year.
Wow. That's unbelievable. I mean, if that happens, I'm going to just sell it all. If the S&P 500 goes from 7,000 to 14,000, it gets over 10, I'll be taking some off the table. Now, if anybody else would have said that, I wouldn't have believed it. But if Trump says it, you got to take it seriously, I think. Oh, see, I don't want to play it, Tommy. Well, he's nuts. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe the video is made in his honor. Aussie expat is a stay-at-home wife. Sorry, I mean husband, Rufus. Well, that's okay, but the family's there, and he spends quality time with the boy, it looks like, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't, you really want to watch him change? Why is he doing it? To show everybody that he can do it? And somebody was asking me, does he have $6 million net worth? I have no idea. Back when we discussed it, I told him I was an EDM, just an EDM, and he had either 2 or 3. Now he's got 6. Why would you change your transmission fluid? Why? Because you can, or you want? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Mookie, he checks all the boxes. If the glove fits, you cannot acquit. Who are we talking about? All right. Listen, I know you enjoyed that first clip. So, what else have we got? Law enforcement. He did mention law enforcement too. Mr. President, do you mind coming back for that, please? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
We always have to protect our law enforcement. It's very important. They've done a great job. Remember, they've taken out hundreds of thousands of criminals out of our country, and we have the best crime numbers we've ever had, and everywhere. Murder numbers, crime numbers of any kind. We have the best numbers. We've taken out hundreds of thousands of criminals out of our country. We have to protect our law enforcement. You have to remember, if you look at Homeland Security, if you look at what they've done, if you look at what ICE has done at Border Patrol, we have the safest border in the history of our country. Nobody comes in other than if they come in legally. If you remember just a little while ago, a year and a half ago, for a 4-year period, they allowed 25 million people in our country. Many of these people are murderers and drug dealers, horrible things. We've gotten a lot of them out. We now have the best records in the history of our country on crime. It was just announced our crime numbers are the best in 125 years. So I am here to protect law enforcement and our great police and ICE and Border Patrol and everybody. I'm here to protect them because they're protecting us. And the job they've done is incredible.
Right now about a DHS shutdown. How painful do you expect that to be?
But, you know, we have to protect law enforcement. ICE has done a phenomenal job. Border Patrol, we have a closed border for the first time in history. We have to protect law enforcement, our police, our Border Patrol, ICE, and others in law enforcement. And I'm very much, look, I know what they want. I know what they can live with. The Democrats have gone crazy. They're radical left lunatics. That's why their cities are so unsafe. The blue cities are the cities that are unsafe. So we have to protect our law enforcement. Mr. President, in favor of our law enforcement. ICE has done an amazing job. We've taken up hundreds of thousands of horrible criminals, including murders. We had 11,888 murders. A lot of them have been found and removed from our country. We have the lowest crime number. We have the best crime numbers we've had. You won't believe this one, 125 years. From the year 1900, we have the best crime numbers that we've had in 125 years. I have a great loyalty to ICE, the Border Patrol, to our police, to, frankly, our firemen, etc.
Oh, Mr. President, thank you so much. You're doing a wonderful job. Nobody like you, ever. Ever. Comments? No, I think it's something else. Rufus, Aussie expat is desperately trying to show he's masculine. No, I'm watching this, and he's jumping on Archie, he's jumping on another show and another, and he's changing his transmission fluid. I go, if I had $6 million, I mean, why? I don't know. I think he's got nervous energy. Why? Only he knows. He may not even know why. Jay Grayswater, damn it, get it played tonight, Tommy. No, I have to run it through. Listen, if it's that good, I'll come back live and play it separately. We'll call it Tommy Tunes. But, hey, Jay Grayswater, hope you're doing well or better, and Godspeed. Now this System of a Clown, this is opinion. He's not a verified a CFN Global reporter. The $6 million is Aussie bucks, fake YouTube money. Have you caught his work out of sessions with Rufus? Have you caught his work? Oh, have you caught his workout sessions? That was a little strange. Now, he does need to work out, but not just do a, I did see him walking one day in a band lawn. You know, if you remember the Seinfeld band lawn, got a little something going on there. You have to have a commitment to it and stick with it. You can start. He's still a young man. He can start. He's got all this time. But, you know, it's aerobic. To me, it's stretching, aerobic, and the weight training. I had a great week. I did a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, did my whole routine. Thursday was about the best. I mean, I was slim and I was just knocking it out. It was like nothing. And Friday was a little harder, some work to do. So I get up to Wawa, and the girl who's making the coffee, she says, "How are you today?" And I just looked over my sunglasses, and I looked at her, and she's looking at me, and I go, "Recovering." She just started laughing because I had my workout thing on. So, but I mean, I do have to recover. But that 20-ounce Colombian coffee, oh, look at the color. How cool is that? Sunset in Central Florida. The succulents did survive. They were against the house. Coldest 3 days in the history, or the 100-year thing of Central Florida. Okay, I don't want to put that up there, Rufus. I mean, that's his business. And, you know, we all watch a little, don't we? All right, I'm going to open it right now, the Sheg. 18-year. I'm going to at least get a smell of it. Oh, 72 years old next month. Got a new car. Oh, before I forget, it's in the notes. I left out the most important part of getting the car, a new car. You never buy a new car, the model year that's on the year, the 2026. You never buy it in 2026. You buy it, spring of 2027, because it's standing inventory. They got to move it. So I took the woman out to show her the car from the fitness center, and she says, "Oh, 2026." I go, "No, 2025. You get the deal. You buy the 2025 in spring of 2026." They had 3 of them, all the same color. I think they were all premium plus, and I wanted the automatic, so I got the automatic, and I got a great deal. And she couldn't believe the deal. In fact, let me quote her: "They gave it to you." She works at the DMV. So if you want to shop, you want to shop like a EDMM, you have to. That's one of the key ingredients there. You buy the new car the following year in the spring. All right, about to crack this open. I hope I don't leave any cork in the liquid. There it is. Did you hear that? Ooh, there's some crud on the lip. I don't know what that is. Okay, I got to pour a little. Hang on. Official malt glass, just a taste, and then I'll have more when I get off the air. Let's try it. Okay, enough. Let it sit. 18 minutes. Got it set for 18 minutes. Swirl it around a little bit. Well, I don't smell all those ingredients, but again, my nose and my palate is not that. I don't know. I don't have it developed. No, not bad. I don't taste all those things, but not bad. Okay, just a taste. Wow, not bad. Okay, enough. Let's see where we're at. Pasta, here we go. Living large, life is good. Here we go, living large life. Only life I know. It worked out for me. What can I say? What can I tell you? Now, it's Valentine's Day. Don't I have a heart? Can't we talk about, how about love? Somebody, I got to give a shout out to Speedy Hernandez. He sent the following comment to Tim Wright.
Speedy Hernandez, $5 super chat. Best advice I could give Red Shovel about women is never take advice on women from either of these two knuckleheads.
I agree.
Yeah, that was Tim, whatever the guy was all over there, all the Tim Wright and the guy with the speedboat. He's always there. I can't think of his name. Now, Red, you made a mistake. You talked. Well, I'll just play it. Here we go. Red, clip 1.
Okay.
I just find it strange that people, that someone can say something to you and you can be in a certain place, right? And then one day you can just say to someone, right, that's it, and I don't want to see you again. I find that very bizarre.
Women do it all the time. You're lucky she even said that she wouldn't see you. Some women just don't return your phone calls. It happens all the time. But that's not what you should say, because now she's going to, we got your version. Now she's going to have to give a version. She's not going to let that pass. I guarantee it. And if my worldwide network is out there, when she does talk, I want to get the clip of it. But he wasn't finished. Red was not finished. And he's in a public forum. His relationship was public, and now he's talking about it. He's fair game.
I can understand it if you've been on a downwards, trajectory, and things aren't going well. But it wasn't like that. It was bizarre. It was bizarre, like how it happened. But anyway.
So you're calling her bizarre? That's what you just said. She's bizarre. Her actions are bizarre. That you shouldn't have said that, Red. she's going to give her version now. You were the first to talk. What should he have said? He said, oh, listen, it didn't work out, but I had a lovely time, and I'm a little disappointed, but, you know, such is life. But you called her bizarre. And I can't wait to hear her version of it. But when it's going well for you, it doesn't mean it was going well for her. Why? Because women have what? Expectations. Anybody else care to comment on Tim G? Yeah, that's the guy's name, Tim G. You love Tim G? Oh, please. Oh, I drink after the show. I had to have a taste. Well, no, I just played you the clip. She told him, do I want me to play it again? It was read, the channel's deleted, and he just told you what happened. Everything was going fine, and she said whatever I played there. No. You want me to play it again? Here, I'll play it again. Commenting on his very public relationship, Red Shovel.
Okay. I just find it strange that people, that someone can say something to you and you can be in a certain place, right? And then one day you can just say to someone, right, that's it, and I don't want to see you again. I find that very bizarre.
You were in a right place. Doesn't mean she was in a right place. Maybe she was thinking, what the hell am I doing here? You shouldn't have said anything, Red. That's the lesson you're going to learn the hard way. Because she will talk. If somebody calls me bizarre, I'm going to talk. I'm going to say, wait, ho, bizarre? No, you're lucky she even told you that. Some women just won't return your phone call, like I said earlier. Red clip number 2.
I can understand it if you've been on a downwards, trajectory, and things aren't going well. But it wasn't like that. It was bizarre. It was bizarre like how it happened. But anyway.
It wasn't going like that on your end, what you were thinking. You don't know what she was thinking. It's over. Should have just let it go. Well, he volunteered to respond. Okay, let's get that out of the notes. That's over. Red Shovel, you're better off. What are you going to do? Marry her? You're not going to marry her. You were never going to marry her. And maybe she picked up on that. Where are my notes? Here are my notes. Okay. And also, remember, there's Trump accounts. You get a Trump account for your kids, trumpaccounts.gov. And the new automobile purchase protocol, again, you got to show some discipline. Like, let's say there's a 2026 model you just love. Forget the trim level. You got this model. You want this car. You wait till spring of 2027 and go to the dealership that has the largest volume in your area of that brand of manufacturer, and see what they got. That's the one you want. And I already mentioned about I already talked about Morty. I was going to do a thumbnail as Danny DeVito, as Morty, but I got a great name for him now. Morty Popper, Pauper. The Morty Popper Show. Morty Popper Talk. Where is it? Hang on. What did I do with it? I thought I had it clipped. Where are you, Morty? Here it is, Morty Popper.
Stephen, Morty, you are definitely not an everyday multimillionaire then, unlike DOXXreport. No, I'm an everyday pauper. That's the truth, baby. Right.
Morty Popper. Now that has a ring to it.
Oh, man. I have a channel, but it's not a grift channel. I do say I'm the poor and send money now.
No, you said you're Morty Popper.
Stephen, Morty, you are definitely not an everyday multimillionaire then, unlike DOXXreport. No, I'm an everyday pauper. That's the truth, baby. Right.
I believe you. All right, let's get back to President Trump. We got clips to play. Let's see. I got some clips, but not of visual clips. But let's see. Elon Musk, the Dems lie. Oh yeah, haven't seen this guy for a while. Bill O'Reilly.
How about the lies that the media continues to feed to the public about how many actual dangerous people ICE has put away?
It's infuriating. So the Democratic Party is now using only 14% of ICE detainees are violent criminals. How many times have you heard that?
A lot.
Okay. So here's the con. Drug dealing is not considered a violent crime. Child pornography, not considered.
No, stop.
Not considered a violent crime.
Really?
Okay. DUI, if you run over someone in your car and the person's dead, not considered violent crime.
Oh, come on.
Domestic abuse, not considered a violent crime. All theft, everything, not considered. All fraud, like we saw in Somalia, in Minnesota, not considered violent.
Oh, clearly.
And the Democratic Party knows this. So they put out a lie that ICE is rounding up poor hotel workers and farmers, and then they use a 14% number, which is totally bogus, to justify abolishing ICE. It doesn't get more heinous. Now, you have CNN doing this. You have the major liberal newspapers doing it. NBC News does it. Good Morning America does it. On and on and on and on.
Yeah, the Dems are only interested in two things: getting elected and staying in power. That's it. They will never talk about prosperity to you, the individual. It's all about fairness, which means they're going to make you all poor. Look at Canada. Where's the middle class? What happened in Canada? Since we're on the visual, let's go to freedom of speech with none other than Elon Musk.
If you don't have freedom of speech, you don't have democracy. Okay, because if you don't have freedom of speech, people cannot make an informed vote. If they're just being fed propaganda, and there's no freedom of speech, democracy is an illusion. So freedom of speech is the bedrock of democracy. That's why freedom of speech is the First Amendment. Once you lose freedom of speech, you lose democracy. Game over. That's why I bought Twitter.
Amen, brother. Look at Canada. Look at Canada. You can't talk about certain topics, but our dear president, boy, he was spot on about this.
Tell Americans who are concerned that the $1.3 trillion in savings does come at a cost to public health and the environment based on science.
I tell them, don't worry about it because it has nothing to do with public health. This was all a scam, a giant scam. This was a ripoff of the country by Obama and Biden. And let's say Obama started it and got it rolling. And a terrible ripoff. They'll have more money to spend for health care, if you look at it. Now they can go out and spend it on something that's meaningful. And nobody's doing more for health care than the Republican Party. And that starts with the fact that prescription drugs are going to be coming down at numbers that nobody's ever seen before. They're falling. You know, we were...
There we go. Oh, golfers are out. We still got an hour of daylight left. Dirt stain. Wrist is doing just fine. We had a great... Okay. All right. You're funny. One more time. You did some homework, and now you're funny. You put a little effort into it. Dirk Diggler, Wrist is doing just fine. Wrist chick is doing just fine. We had a great time yesterday after I picked her up at LAX. Ouch. Ouch for Red Shovel. Bending uncle will backfire on your... aren't you worried about... I don't bend anybody. I timed him out. Backfire on your acolyte. Well, Jax he can handle him. He's been over there on the show. And I think Curly's been over here, I think. But I'm not going to watch it. Some men you just can't reach. Send lawyers, guns, and money. What? I don't know who that's about. What that's about. Get off my lawn, says Pasta. All right, let's get back to our fabulous president. Where is he? He's not done. Now, you got to think, the press were all over him, and it's always a gotcha question. But he just gives the stats because they're looking for a soundbite. If he agrees to it, if everything will work out fine, then they can get him if it doesn't. If he says it's not going to work out, they can say, listen, he doesn't even believe in it. There's no way to win. They're always loaded questions they're giving him. Trump presser, all right, Mr. President, got to bring you back. What about the EU, the NATO and EU, Mr. President? Get rid of this. Mr. President, do you mind coming back? There you go.
Relationship with them. If it wasn't for me, they'd be paying 2% and not paying. Instead, they're paying 5% and they're paying. We have a very good relationship with NATO.
Your message to Europe and to the leaders.
The only message is we have a great relationship with NATO. We're a very powerful part of NATO. The people that are the heads of the countries, the various countries that we're talking about, they're all friends of mine.
Oh, very good. They're all friends of his. Now Iran, there's 2 carriers over there now. What's going on there, Mr. President?
Talk about why you made that choice.
Well, in case we don't make a deal, we'll need it.
Are you worried?
We'll need it. If we have a deal, we could cut it short. It'll be leaving very soon. We have one out there that just arrived. If we need it, we have it ready. A very big force. I think they'll be successful, and if they're not, it's going to be a bad day for Iran. Very bad.
There it is. The news you need to hear. Venezuela. Let's see, clip. I think this is the first clip. Venezuela. Here we go. Turn the sound down.
A very good relationship with the president of Venezuela. As you know, we're working together very closely. We have our big oil companies going in. They're going to be taking out the oil and selling the oil for a lot of money, and Venezuela is going to get a big part of that money. And the relationship we have right now with Venezuela is, I would say, a 10.
Viva Venezuela! Viva el Presidente Trump! He's not done. No, he's not done with Venezuela.
Venezuela, will you be recognizing Delcy Rodriguez's government as the official government of Venezuela?
Well, right now we have done that. We're dealing with them. And really, right now, they've done a great job. Delcy's done a very, very good job, and the relationship is strong. The oil is coming out, and a lot of money is being paid for oil by other nations, and we're taking care of it. We're refining it, and we're the only one that has the capability to refine it. Right now, the relationship with Venezuela is as good as it can find.
Thank you, Mr. President. What about Greenland? Our final audio clip. Greenland.
Greenland doesn't want Europe controlling them anymore. What's your message to them? To those European leaders of hypocrisy?
I apologize for that. What happened there? I apologize, Mr. President. Forgive me.
Greenland doesn't want Europe controlling them anymore. What's your message to them, to those European leaders' hypocrisy?
Greenland's going to want us, but we get along very well with Europe. We'll see how it all works out. We're negotiating right now for Greenland.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Friday as he was leaving the White House. Our dear Mr. President, thank you so much for being in the birdcage. And thank you, Red Shovel, for your comments. It should be interesting when she responds. My reporters will be out there watching for that. Ellie. Well, okay, but I'm not much into cliches. Just where has it ever worked? Ellie, as my wise dad... Oh, what's he doing there? As my wise dad used to say, if you don't believe in socialism when you're young, you don't have a heart. I've never believed in it. If you don't believe in capitalism when you get older, you don't have a head. It's helped the most people in any other system, period. Indisputable. Just look at India. It's helped India bring people out of poverty. The leftists, the commies, all of them, the Liberal Party, the Labor, they want to put you into poverty. You're easier to manage, and you're dependent solely on them. They don't want you working. They don't want you to prosper. They don't want you making your own decisions for your own life. It's all about the control. I'm sorry, the helicopter is not it's a jet helicopter, but it was on the golf course. You should say thank you for having the president visit the birdcage, is what you should be doing. Docs, do you have any clips without a jet engine in the background? Well, yeah, but the media were all over him out on the golf course. You know that. In fact, you gotta listen to these guys, these jokers.
On the Munich Security Conference.
How confident are you that our
Mr. President, are you going to hold anyone? Mr. President, are you anticipating?
President, you just mentioned the meeting with the President of Colombia.
What is your message to European leaders?
Do you still have confidence? Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. You still have confidence.
Handling over the airspace closure over El Paso.
Down in El Paso.
On Greenland, on European leaders.
There's not going to be any progress in Ukraine.
I am not an animal! I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
Oh, man.
Exactly. Any of us, we couldn't be president for 5 minutes. All right, end of clips. Let's go back to my notes. I got to correct that title. But can you believe that? The Dow Jones, now this is Trump talking. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't pay attention to it. But he says the Dow Jones at 100,000 by the time he leaves office. Now, he didn't make that up on his own. It's his whole team. He takes in all the information, but for him to come out and say that, it's hard to fathom. But aren't you glad you're in the market now? Aren't you glad you got your money in the 401k, S&P 500? Not holding that Bitcoin. What's the Bitcoin at today? The mighty Bitcoin price, $69,000. So we'll see. We'll see. What else am I going to cover? Live stream prep. Show notes. It is the anniversary of the Jackson Dr. Bob coming to the Central Florida Network. It'll be February 19th. It'll be 2 months, 60 days they've been here. We did the clips, the presser, did that. I don't know if you realize this, but the president pardoned some NFL players, if you can believe it. I heard that I was listening to the Mike Fisher podcast, the Dallas Cowboys Mike Fisher. I thought he was just joking. I mean, why would the president pardon some NFL players? Kathy, can you tell us more about that? Where are you, Kathy? There you are, lovely as ever. Go ahead, Kathy.
President Donald Trump pardoned 5 former NFL players on February 12, 2026, for various past convictions, primarily related to drug offenses and fraud. The pardons were announced by White House pardon czar Alice Marie Johnson, who emphasized themes of redemption and second chances, stating, as football reminds us, excellence is built on grit, grace, and the courage to rise again. So is our nation. She also thanked Trump for his continued commitment to second chances. No individualized reasons were provided for each pardon beyond this general framework. Here are the players and brief details on their convictions. Joe Klecko, New York Jets defensive lineman, Hall of Famer, served 3 months in jail in 1993 for lying to a federal grand jury in an auto insurance fraud case. Nate Newton, Dallas Cowboys offensive lineman, 3-time Super Bowl champion, sentenced to 30 months in prison in 2002 on federal drug trafficking charges after being arrested with 175 pounds of marijuana. Jamal Lewis, Baltimore Ravens and Cleveland Browns running back 2003 NFL Offensive Player of the Year, pleaded guilty in 2004 to using a cell phone to facilitate a drug deal, serving 4 months in prison. Travis Henry, Buffalo Bills, Tennessee Titans, and Denver Broncos running back, received a 3-year prison sentence in 2009 for financing an interstate drug ring. Billy Cannon, AFL champion, 1959 Heisman Trophy winner, posthumous pardon as he died in 2018, served 3 years of a 5-year sentence starting in 1983 for a counterfeit money operation. Grok was used exclusively for this report. Back to you, Docs.
Thank you, Kathy. Interesting. Now, who comes up with these pardons? It's not, I think there's an office in the White House that looks at them, looks at all of them. And then he gets to read it and he gets to sign it. One comment. Pavel, 2 months since, he said he'd go down with the ship over at, are you saying Jack said that about Watch Nicholas? 2 months since the going down with the ship. Lie. Well, I think we played that enough of why he did what he did. I mean, I can play it again if you want. Let's see, if I go to X and I go to my profile and go down, down, down. Let me see, I think I have it here. Oh, what could go wrong? You got a narcissistic personality going over with a couple alcoholics to Vietnam. What could go wrong? Somebody will end up in jail. That's what could go wrong. You heard it here first. All right, you bring up Jack. I'm gonna bring Jax over here. That's too big. We're gonna go to the X account, and we're gonna watch it together on what really happened, or his side of it anyway. Share screen, DOXXreport, there we go. And add to stage, go full screen, there he is. Go ahead, Jax.
And then, as we all know, Nikki gets something in his head, and he's able to make himself pretty much believe anything. And I'm kind of getting real tired. I heard him kind of talking to Bob about this. Why won't Jax let me on the stream? Why won't Jax talk to me? He ghosted me. He literally talked to Bob for 5 minutes about this shit yesterday.
When he dropped the link, he said he might jump on tonight.
Yeah, well, he can get fucked. He's not coming on here. So he literally, this is the last time I'm going to explain this, okay? Because this is literally getting kind of fucking ridiculous. I stopped talking to Nikki because of what he did to me.
He's got himself believing that it has to do with JB and the doxing thing and whatever, and he keeps trying to hammer that fucking narrative. So for the last time, motherfucker, it had nothing to do with JB, Nick. It had to do with you and your bullshit and your constant fucking need to just pull the pin on the grenade and fucking pull down the whole stream and everything else. And then you expect everybody to literally sit on their hands and wait on you to get done throwing a fit, and then you wait for you to come back and then hope that you're going to give the keys back or whatever. I'm tired of fucking dealing with your crazy fucking antics, bro. That's why I stopped talking to you. All right? I tried to help out your channel. I did streams on there for you with Bob. I didn't fucking take any money from you. I dropped my PayPal one fucking time on your fucking channel on my birthday. That's it. Like, I tried to help out your show, bro, period. And you gave me keys, and then you took them, and then you for no fucking reason. So I left. I'm done dealing with it. I don't need to talk to you anymore, ever again. I'm good. I don't need to speak to you. I don't need to have you on my show. I don't need to fuck off. I don't need to fucking talk to you, Nick. I've had enough of it, buddy. I'm good. I'm good. Say what you want to say. I'm good. You're in the fucking realm of Lux now, Nick. I don't need to be around you. All right? You are the most disrespectful, fucking selfish prick I've ever fucking met in my life. Fucking talking shit about somebody literally sending you a Christmas gift, and you literally talking shit about it, saying you'd rather have a bottle of liquor, you alcoholic fuck. Like, really? I mean, I went out of my way to try to fucking be somewhat civil and kind to you, and you want to be a total fucking prick about it? No, you wonder why I don't talk to you. Like, no, I'm good, bro. And this bullshit where you say I'm blowing you up every day and all this stuff, I've got all the emails, Nick. I've got all the messages on fucking Discord. I didn't message you, honey. You messaged me. All right? I didn't hit you up every day for shit. You started messaging me every day after JB had that fucking thing with your mom. And I've got every email you sent me, buddy. So I didn't blow up your phone. I'm kind of getting sick of hearing that shit. I don't bother people outside of these fucking streams, regardless of what Dirk and his stupid fucking face wants to say. All right? I know I don't. So fuck off.
Oh, there it is. Oh, no comments. The comments are they're talking among themselves. Well, now we got a lull in the show. I think I've covered everything. What do we do? Hour and 7 minutes. I'm kind of scared. I guess I could look at that video Tommy sent me. But get rid of that fast smell. That's no good. It disappears in March. DOXXreport. I have it muted. It's a 2-minute, 40-second clip. Really? Digitally THX mastered? Let's see. I think this has got a green room feel to it because it's a long intro. Very long. Okay, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I guess there's going to be a big finish. I'm saving the public from watching this. You know, I got to fast forward this. This can't be all it is. Come on. Wow. We have different senses of humor. Really different senses of humor. Nah, I'm sorry. This is not worthy. I know, but it's not funny. Tommy, it's not, it's something Dirk would do. I don't think it's funny at all. Well, Pavel, I mean, I guess you take sides. You take Watch Nicholas' sides. That's fine. He's doing very fine over here. Well, it is actually worse than anything over here. It's much worse. I give you a nice layout there on the golf course. The president, had the president on, played you Red Shovel. Oh, do you have anything else down there? I played that one enough. Well, I'll send you somewhere. Hour and 10 minutes. Well, that's enough time for a show. Nah. That is the show, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'll be up to. Now, there's the Lesheg right there, the wooden box, bottom right, 18-year-old Lesheg. From the boarding house to the golf course, 18-year-old single malt scotch, $153. No more bus driving. In fact, I'll pour some more. I'll pour some more. You talk among yourselves. I'm not going to spill this one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's a stiff one. I got to add 5 mils of water to it. I'm going to let it sit for 18 minutes. What time is it? It's 8:11. 5:11. Hang on. I got to add a little water to this. It does have a delightful smell. One comment. Yeah, Jax watches a lot of shows, Pavel. A lot. Many. Delightful smell. A little round and round here. Swish it around. After the show, I'll settle back and see if I can find anything decent on YouTube to watch. No, Tommy, I really didn't understand it. That's not for prime time. I don't know who would play that. I could send it to Jax if he wants. I could set it up in his thing if you want. Jax, you want to see the clip that Tommy made? You want to use it on the show tonight? What did he say about it? He said, let's get his quote up here. Docs, if I have a video that was made in your honor, can I email it to you and you play it? I don't get it. Stephen L. Oh, do you really want to see that? Stephen L. Docs, will we be seeing a video of you driving your new car? Oh, from the inside? Surely, if I go somewhere. If you don't know, I can show it to you again. Where is it? There it is. There's the car. 2025 Toyota GR Gazoo Racing Corolla Premium Plus. And I did drive with a high beam. They have an auto high beam. So when I go out of here, there's not a lot of streetlights in Florida. So when I leave Del Boca Vista, I have this set on auto, so the high beams are on. And as soon as I get like by the bank where there's some lights or something in the street, then they just dim automatically, which is kind of a nice feature. And again, the fuel, there is no fuel gauge. It just tells you how many miles you got left, which, let me go look at something. That's my receipt from Sam's Club. Sam's Club fuel. The premium unleaded. Now, Jack says for Ferrari, they recommend Shell, like 93 octane. I don't think this needs that. I paid $2.99 for the gallon. I put in 5 gallons. I really don't know the mileage. I have to track it better next time because now I finally found the odometer and how to do the trip thing. It's down on the left, and the car is small enough. Every car I've ever owned had the gas tank on the passenger side. Now this one's on the driver's side. Well, everybody's now. I never used to have to get in line because nobody would fill on the right side of their vehicle, the passenger side. It was always on the driver's side. But this thing is small enough, I can stretch the hose. So I can still do it, go on the left side of the pump, or on the left side. But anyway, but you do have to go to a service station, wherever you get fuel. I mean, the octane is your business, but make sure they have a turnover. Like I went to a Texaco once, which nobody hardly ever got gas there. It was terrible, and the truck ran rough. So at least I know with the wholesale clubs, they go through a lot of gasoline. There's tankers there all the time. I think that's important. Yeah, really, I have to do the. I got to get the bike out. I haven't put the pressure. I was going to do the tires. I talked to Jackson. I'm going to go 36 pounds all the way around. And once I do that, I'm going to fill up my bike tire. My bike tire is 65 pounds because I got I'm ready to go on. Oh, it's just been beautiful. And I went outside and I saw a woman coming around, and she's got to be 80, white hair flowing, and I'm sure she's going fast and she's enjoying herself. But I just think that is terrible. I mean, if she gets in an accident. I didn't cover neighbor drama. Neighbor drama. Now, you ready for this? This is a strange one. There's neighbor A, who's next door to me directly, the military guy. Then there's neighbor B, who's in one house down from him, same side of the street. We'll call that's neighbor B, and he's also military, a big guy. And he's got a booming voice. Now, I don't know because he's hard of hearing, but he kind of yells. So we were there looking at this big monster tree. It was a cherry laurel. And I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's been somewhat resolved. It hasn't been finalized, but it's somewhat resolved. And we were talking about the cherry laurel and what needs to be done. And he comes around. He was out in the yard working. And he says, "Yeah, it has to go down. Yeah, I'm all for it. Let's cut it down." So, okay, great. I said, "I'll set it up." Then he went away, and so let's see, that was Tuesday, I think. So Wednesday, my day off, I got hold of a tree company. He came out to my house, parked up the thing, and we walked down there, and he gave, and again, the guy walks around. I thought, man, I was trying to make small talk. He would have nothing to do with it. I said, "How'd you know we were here?" And he didn't pay any attention to me, which is okay. So he's talking to the guy, and he gives a number, and he says they'll write up digitally and send it to him by email, which is great. And he's going to sign it, and it'll get done. So I thought, wow, that's cool. And I told him, I'll pay half. No, I said neighbor A would pay half because he told me, neighbor A actually gave me a figure. He'll pay half. And this was under that figure. So it works out great. He'll pay less money. So I told him that. And I said, you know, if he doesn't pay, I will pay. And so he said, okay, you're in charge of collecting from him. Ha, ha, ha. All right. So that was Wednesday. Well, it's still Wednesday, and I'm inside, and I hear all this activity. Well, there's always activity in the neighborhood. There's always somebody cutting something, and I'm in the lanai, and it's not bothering me. I mean, I hear it. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I hear it. And it's not a big deal. The golf course or somebody's house is being worked on. I don't know what. So I look at my Ring doorbell, and I see 3 trucks going down the street. And I go, no, you got to be kidding me. No way. No way. You don't sign a contract that morning and then it gets done that day. You get in the queue, right? That's not possible. So I'm in my pajamas. I go out on my porch and I look down there. The tree is gone. I couldn't believe it. I said, no way. That's not possible. So I put on my some clothes and I go down there and I look at it, and it did a great job. They stumped it, but they left 2 big trunks going up. And I go, oh, I don't get it. How could you screw up a stumping? You know, it was the height of the utility box, about 3 feet, bare, because it's going to sprout out, right? So I'm looking at this, and I'm going, it makes no sense. That's ridiculous. I mean, from my porch, it looks fine. It looks like another tree, but it's actually sprouting out of the stump, these big, long tree trunks. And I go, why would you do that? And then I notice at the very top, in each of them, there's 2 sets of crows building a nest. So, and then while I'm there, the neighbor A comes out, not B, but A, who said he'd pay for half of it. And he goes, I'm not happy about this. I go, well, I can't explain it. And now and he says, the woman was out here directing everything. Oh, so she saw the nest. She didn't want to hurt the birdies. Can you believe that? And it looks so ridiculous. He's got a beautiful palm tree. Neighbor B has a beautiful palm tree. Neighbor A has a beautiful palm tree. And this monster was in the middle. But she made the call on the spot not to cut it down, not to finish it off, not to finish it. You can't just leave them there. So, and crows are smart. The crows realize now everybody can see them. They're not going to finish those nests. So I think it's resolved. Anyway, so neighbor A now is dissatisfied. He's not going to pay any money. And I said to him, listen, I told him you were going to pay. If you don't, I'm going to cover it. So I'll go knock on his door. No, don't knock on his door. Okay, so that was Wednesday. So Thursday, I hit the fitness center. I come back. It's 8:15 in the morning. I see his paper, neighbor B, in the driveway, and I got my check written out for $200 in my garage. So I go in the garage. I get the check. I put it in an envelope with a mailing label of mine, and it's addressed to him. His first name's on the envelope. I pick up the paper and I go knock on the door. Now I gotta face the music. Whatever. And I'm just keeping my mouth shut. I'm not gonna say it's none of my. I'm just keeping my mouth shut. So the guy comes to the door. Hey, yeah. Hey, and I gave him the paper, and he goes, "What's this?" And I said, "That's the check." He goes, "No, my tree, my money," and he gives it back to me. Okay. And then he says, I told him when I signed that the morning, I told him don't do anything until the POA gets back to us. I just keep my mouth shut. Then the woman who has MS and she has a walker, but she comes there and she goes, they didn't knock on the door. They didn't ring the doorbell. I just heard a chainsaw and I went out there. I kept my mouth shut. I want to get out of there because I'm afraid I'm going to hear it's all your fault, but that didn't happen. So I understood. I offered him the check again. He goes, no, again, booming voice. Let's get that. off of there. Oh, to nothing? We got to have something. My money, my tree. Okay. And I said, and then I left. But from his door, it looks okay. But it's a mess. You can't have that. So the association's going to get involved. So now I got to calm him down and say, listen, that's a win. It's gone, except for those two. And then he wants them to clean up around the bottom. I said, listen, your yard isn't clean. What are you talking about? Leave him alone. So it's done. It's gone. It's a win. It's a 90% win. That was the neighborhood drama. I figured, how could you screw up a stump like that? A woman got involved. She wanted to spare the bird nest. Oh, the poor birds. Oh, come on, they're crows. They're not going to finish that nest. They're smarter than that. They realize, hey, we're vulnerable now. Everybody can see us. They're not going to finish that nest. Yeah, Tommy, you're starting to be a lot like Green Room. I don't know what your problem is. Speaking of Green Room, now I can't show you the Green Room pics unless he stops by. He's a wonderful actor. Looks great. One more time on this Valentine's Day, let's have Red Shovel back one more time. Red Shovel, tell us your tale of woe. Broken-hearted Red Shovel.
Okay. I just find it strange that people, that someone can say something to you and you can be in a certain place, right? And then one day you can say to someone, right, that's it, and I don't want to see you again. I find that very bizarre.
That's going to come back and haunt your head. Oh, we have a guest popping on. Let me get rid of Red Shovel. Are you set up? Is that what you want to show? Oh, you're driving.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to be seen, or you want to put the front window?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Where'd you go? Solo layout. There he is, Jax.
What's up, man?
In his Lexus.
Yeah, buddy. Actually, funnily enough, there's a RX 350 right in front of me. Here, hang on. Right there.
Hey, no snow, no ice. That's good news.
It's all melting, man. It's all melting.
Dry roads.
Yeah, finally. I washed this thing yesterday. It cost me like $25.
Are you streaming tonight?
Yeah, I'll run one tonight. As far as I know.
I got a new clip up there.
Okay. So, and then what'd you say about Tommy? Something about a clip with Tommy or something?
Well, no, Tommy sent me a link to I'll put it in there if you want to look at it.
What is it? Like what kind of clip?
I don't even want to describe it. It's just silly. Whatever it is silly.
Throw it in there and label it Tommy, and I'll look at it before I start the stream. I'll play it and see what it is.
Okay, or you can play during the stream, whatever.
Or, yeah, if I see it and it's not, I don't know. Tommy's all right. He's never done anything.
But that movie you mentioned today,
yeah,
there's an HD trailer with it, but they've got some Rolling Stones music in it.
Oh,
so I ran it through YouTube and it said, no, it's copyright, but it's green. It's okay to play. So we'll see.
Cool.
Living on the edge. Yeah,
we'll give it a whirl. Yeah, this is. I gotta go get I'm picking up medication and shit. Is what I'm trying to do here before 6 o'clock.
The commenters here are like. Let's see. Just came out of a coma. Morty's Diner. Morty, Mr. President. President Trump was in my birdcage. The helicopter landed on the greens. Just came out of a coma. Did I miss anything? You missed the Doc show.
Yeah. No, the people in the comments can get fucked, especially Pavel and Pasta and the rest of the idiots.
I don't mind a beige interior.
It doesn't look this way in person. The photos of this car, when I saw it, I didn't think I'd like the interior either. It doesn't photograph well. It's a lot more pleasant in person than it is. Lexus calls it a certain name, but it's not like a Camel. It's
Oh, nice. How many miles on it?
85. Well, it had 70 something on it when I got it. It's got 85 on it now. I put about 10,000 miles on it. So it's all right.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw you were live, buddy, and I was coming into town and figured I'd jump on real quick. So, but yeah, as far as I know, we should be able to run one tonight.
It's weird. I'm finding myself waking up like 2:45. Somehow I know there's going to be a show at 3:15.
Yeah.
But I got back to sleep.
I get it. Yeah, you get in the habit of doing it, man. You get in the habit of doing it. So, what was the Nick clip for? Did somebody ask you to play it, or did you just play it?
No, Tommy said he emailed. I wish they'd do it before the show. He said I emailed you a link to a clip. Play it on your show right now.
Oh no, I'm talking about me ranting about Nick on your Twitter feed. Like you played.
Oh no, this was this was January 8th.
Right.
Jack responds again to watch Nicholas and getting tired of it. He's moving.
I thought someone asked you to play it. I didn't know if you just played it.
No, they brought you up and they said like you claimed you said you'd go down with the ship. I don't know that. So
I did say I would until he's the one that took my fucking key. I tried to stick around and help Nikki. He threw me out of Discord. He took the keys. Like that's what I don't understand, how these people don't grasp that concept. Like he did this shit, not me. And because I didn't sit around and wait on him, everybody cries and fucking whines about it. Well, they can fuck off. So
they choose sides, or they're working to get you back there. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, whatever. It'll never happen. I'll never speak to Nikki again. I have no reason to. I'm pulling into my friend's house though, man. So I will. I'll see you guys later. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, man. All right. Bye.
Bye. Go ahead and drop off. We'll see if it cuts my audio. I don't think so, but. Dun, 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 dun. Boy, Jax brings out the commenters. Pasta, so much he took the keys. Morty Diner, they're the key takers. This will be the anniversary's coming up. He's been over here 2 months on the 19th. Jax and Bob show started in December 19th, 2025. 1 hour, 31 minutes. Hey, Morty, I did a little bit on you. A hypothetical, Morty. Let's say someone made a thumbnail with you shown as Danny DeVito, which he's not a handsome man. He's not an ugly man, but would that cause them to be put on the penance list? I was messing around with the AI, and I know you mentioned it. There was a driver that couldn't believe that he said, "You remind me of Danny DeVito." But the only one that would know that would be Aussie Expat. He's the only one that I know of that's met you. Jimmy, this is like high school, only without the cute chicks. Oh, come on, Pasta. Let's end the violence. Well, he got tired of it, Dirk. The 100th time he takes the keys, well, finally you get tired of it. Oh, Pavel, going after Jax. For the record, Morty's Diner, I don't look anything like Danny DeVito. I couldn't get it to do a thumbnail aspect, so I thought, and I spent so much time on it. I said, remove the glasses, put him at a PC, put more, and I thought, I just gave up on it. I was doing too much work. Played some excellent clips with our wonderful President Trump. Tommy, I don't know what your deal is. I have T-Mobile. I have 2 phones. And I think that's the reason I lost my Wawa coupon, because it knows I have 2 phones, so it kicked me out. So I deleted the app off the phone I keep at home. There's one phone I always use in the car, and that's the iPhone 16e. And I always do it. And then I just want Apple CarPlay. I don't want any of the Toyota stuff. Oh, that's a good. Oh, I'll tell you why. That's a no-brainer. As a senior, all my accounts are two-step authentication or the the app for the code generator. I'd rather lose my wallet than my phones. And I thought, I should have a backup. So I got an iPhone 17 Pro, and then I got an iPhone 16e, which I use in the vehicle. And now I don't even take it in the fitness center. So I no longer get messages now when I'm at the fitness center because it's out in the car. No, it's great. I got two iMacs, I got two iPhones, and I got one iPad. But Mac OS, the desktop, the Mac OS 26.3, the fingerprint reader doesn't read anymore for login. It works on 1Password, but it doesn't work for login. So I tried it, and it's got to be, they'll come up with a fix, I'm hoping. I never even heard of a Lumia. Is that a Windows phone, for heaven's sakes? I'm not going to get a Windows phone. I'm an Apple ecosystem. Lumia phone. Never heard of it. Nokia Lumia, later Microsoft Lumia, was a discontinued series of smartphones. Well, why would I get such a thing? It's been discontinued. Well, since we're doing Q&A, let's get this thing up. Hang on. Q&A. There it is. Jimmy, fair enough, sir. Yeah. Can you imagine you lose your phone? Then what? I'm going to go to my neighbor. Can I borrow your phone? If I lose one of the phones, I can get it disconnected or bricked or whatever and report it stolen. Pasta has an iPhone 17, a Samsung 24 Plus, T-Mobile 75 per month. Well, I'm paying $100 a month for both, unlimited data, and that's what's out there streaming right now is the iPhone 17 I have out in the birdcage. Tommy, you couldn't handle a Windows phone. Oh, wait a second. I told you I'm in the Apple ecosystem. I'm an Apple guy. Don't you understand that, Colonel?
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
Crystal.
All right. Thank you, Colonel. Really, Morty? I don't know if I even should put that up there. Okay, Morty, I had tuna mixed with green peas for lunch. Okay, very good. Did you push the water? I opened my most expensive single malt scotch I purchased. Lacheg, 18 years single malt scotch whiskey, wonderfully peated, the Isle of Mull. I figure, 72 next month, I got a new car, and why not open up the best stuff? Why not? Why would you say that? I think you're the only one that thinks that. Tommy, the iPhone is now garbage? Seriously? Why would that be? I don't think so. Pasta says, that's a great lunch. Sweet, Morty. With shredded wheat? Come on, Morty. Stop it. I don't really... we talked this morning, Jackson and I did, but I got some ideas. But it's his show. What can I do? 1 hour, 39 minutes. Tommy says, you are who Brave New World was written for. I'm just a geezer hipster. I've stuck with that work, fitness lifestyle. It's paid off. I went and saw the doctor. My blood pressure since some of our community members are having trouble. It was 128 over 72. So my weight's down. I did have a bunch of M&Ms today, which was, I don't know, I did it. I shouldn't have done it, but I got them. Oh, this is good stuff. Whiskey a go-go. It is, okay, I'll admit, it's wonderfully peated. It doesn't taste bad at all. It's complexity. There's a complexity to it, but it's wasted on my palate because I can't pick out all those flavors. Well, since we got Dirk Diggler in the house, I think Jamie's... Jamie, what do you think of Dirk Diggler?
Given me much.
Oh, that's not it.
Have you seen Dirk Diggler? Has anyone seen Dirk Diggler lately?
Oh, yeah, he's around all the time.
That guy's full of shit.
I know.
He's so full of shit.
Wow. What else you got to say to Dirk?
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Oh.
Ho! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh! Boris. Boy, you are a lefty, man. You are a lefty. Boris, corn syrup, the white sugars, and stress. Now, I agree with the stress, but that's self-inflicted. Are probably the worst things we have in America. Well, then just stay away from them. Don't want to eat them, don't eat them. I like a couple of raw sugars in my coffee. And I'm somewhat healthy. I do a stress test 4 days a week. I walk out of the fitness center alive. Baffled. How do you extrapolate that from one phone call? I don't even want to read it. I mean, I'll leave it up there, but I don't even want to read it. I feel bad if people are not working because our President Trump has said the Dow, when he leaves office, the Dow Jones, I got the clip, I'm going to hang on to that clip, 100,000. It's at currently 50,000. Now, he's got all these advisors, all these very bright people. He listens to them, so why would he say that unless, even if he gets somewhat close to it? I mean, can you imagine? I would have to sell everything. If I'm 75, I'll be, 72, 3, 4. I'm at the end of my trajectory as a human on this planet. Cash out. I mean, why, until we get a Democrat in, it's all going to go to hell. Tommy. As a geezer hipster who loves Trump, you seem more in love with big tech. I wouldn't call it love. It's a tool. It's fun to do. I mean, I do tracking and what I pay for things and filing system, get the taxes done. It's made life easier for me, but I hate playing, technician when I have to fix something. I'm just going to have to wait because it cannot just be me who's experienced that the fingerprint reader isn't working. Pasta, you don't like Jax either. Wow, that's terrible. What do you do? What has he ever done to you, Pasta? Well, I don't, but listen. It's going to go over into the S&P 500. So if the Dow doubles, let's say the S&P 500 gets up to, what is it? The record now is like 7,000. Let's say it's 8,000, 9,000. That's tremendous. Tremendous. Pasta says, oh.
Ho! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh! He's not my child. What are you talking about? Let's go look at it. TrumpAccount.gov. Oh, let's go take a look. I mean, you got a daughter, Dirk. You should do that. Invest in America. Stop screen. Let's share screen. Share screen. Trump accounts. Here we go. Trump accounts, an official website of the United States government. Trump accounts jumpstart the American dream. We're building a long-term financial security for millions of children by creating tax advantage. Does that mean tax deferred? I'm not sure what that means. Investment accounts for U.S. citizens is your daughter a U.S. citizen, Dirk? Under the age of 18, fill out your form 4547, to make your election for the 2026 tax year. Get started. Your child has received $1,000 from the... They're going to give you $1,000? Dirk? You should sign up for that from the U.S. Treasury. You get, what does it say here? Hang on. You get $1,000 for every American child born between January 1, 2025. Oh, she's too old. And December 31st. It's only the newborn, or this year. The account is fully in your child's name, and you are the sole custodian until they turn 18. No contributions necessary, but you can deposit up to $5,000 per year to maximize growth. The key here is the advantage, creating tax advantage. Is that tax deferred? That's great. That's fabulous. Makes me want to go out and make a baby. No, it doesn't. Launching July 5th, 2026. Enroll your child by making an election on the new IRS Form 4547. 4547. That's funny. A financial institution will receive your funds and activate your account. Vanguard. I would say, well, you could take either one. I would probably go with Vanguard or Fidelity. That's the two I have. I'm familiar with. Sit back and watch the money grow. Contribute anytime or not. Big things start with small steps. It all begins in the mind. Make up your mind. And everything will follow. Oh, look at that's cute. Isn't that cute? Jumpstart their future. All right, enough of that. It's a great idea. Dirk Docs. Oh, please. You're watching too much globalist media. Stop it, Boris. Doc's thoughts on the news that recently broke about Jared Kushner. Oh, anyway, how can we embarrass Trump? He sealed the border. Crime is at a record low. Peace in the Middle East. Iran nukes have been taken away. Oh, but we're worried about Jared Kushner. Oh, phone calls leak. Will they try to arrest him for some... Of course, anything... All the Democrats care about is being elected and staying in power. That's it. Say the same thing about Labour in the UK. Say the same thing about the Liberals up in Canada. Why would he lie, laughing? This is Tommy. Jimmy. Well, you grow the economy. You grow the private sector. Jimmy, all I know is that both Canada and the U.S. Canada is a basket case. That's a totally different story. And the USA better get their deficits under control and start paying them down. We've got to get the debt. I think Trump said 2 points on the rate, interest rate, would clear out the deficit. Now, that's above my pay grade, okay? And start paying them down. The debt spiral is insane. Can't keep getting down the road. Oh, doom and gloom. You're never going to get, the only time the Democrats talk about the debt or the deficit is what? When the Republicans are in office. When Biden's in there with the auto pen, $1 trillion spending, nothing gets built. I ain't nobody daddy. Well, I don't want to even put that up there, Pavel. I don't even want to read that. I doubt he'd let him gift his housing off of him. Well, I don't know. You want the best for your kids, right? I did see that pasta. He's pretty thin. He eats one meal a day. Now I would, or you want to pick, it's nice to have a medium somewhere, but you want to be Lux or you want to be Jack's? You got to take Jack's. I mean, that's healthier. Well, you're always going to have some spending. You have to have responsible spending, you know, and you got to have the private sector. But the Democrats don't want to. Remember that joke that the shovel-ready jobs when Biden was vice president to Obama? They laughed about it. There was not one thing built, nothing. It just goes back into the Democratic Party and all the state workers and county workers and all the Democrats, you know. Docs, I mean that for both parties. Spend, will come home to roost. That is not doom and gloom. Why do you think gold is surging? Well, it's come down a little too. Gold will always be there. There's always going to be people that are pessimistic. I don't know. It got my attention when President Trump mentioned that I should play that again. Mr. President, would you mind coming back, please? Just one more time, Mr. President. Inflation, Dow Jones. Yes, that's the one I want to hear. I mean, you'll never see this in globalist media. They're not going to promote him at all. Mr. President, thank you for returning. Thank you so much. There is Mr. President. Thank you.
So we just had very good financial numbers, very low inflation. We brought costs way down, and the numbers were surprising, except to me, they weren't surprising. So the inflation numbers that just announced, as you know, are way down, and we have it back in track. We had the worst inflation in the history of our country, and now we have very modest inflation, which is what you want to have.
Pretty strong economic numbers going into 26. Stock market 50,000. You said it could go to 100,000 plus.
Great numbers today on inflation.
I was going to say, what's the outlook for the remainder of 26? Do you think?
I think we're going to have 100,000 by the time I leave office and at the end of my term. I think we're going to be at 100,000, the Dow. And if you remember, when I was first elected, everybody said, if I got it to 50,000, the Dow, or 7,000 with the S&P. If I got it to 50,000 with the Dow, that would be amazing. That would be in 4 years from then, from the election. I got it at 50,000 the last day of my first year. So I'm pretty early. I think we have a great chance of doing very substantially higher numbers. The country is doing well. We have the hottest country anywhere in the world by far. And the inflation numbers that just came out moments ago were actually incredible. Prices are way down. Inflation is way down, far lower than anyone thought could have happened in a period of 1 year.
Oh, thank you, Mr. President. That's great news, and I'm looking forward to it. Geez, that's a lot of money if that happens. The market going up like that, that's fabulous. Okay, 15 people hanging in there. I'm enjoying my Lacheg 18-year-old single malt scotch, wonderfully peated. It truly is. It's very good. The Isle of Mull. What's the percentage of alcohol? 46.3%. Unchilled, filtered. Delicious. Oh, I'm telling you. And let me get the box here. Comes in this metal box, or no, excuse me, wooden box. I purchased this September 29th, 2021. $153. I thought, you know what, open it up. White, you know, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Right? I mean, you remember what Shelley Berman had to say. Where are you, Shelley?
Nobody goes on forever and ever and ever, and you're not going. I'm not going to go on.
No, that's true. Morty Popper.
Stephen, Morty, you are definitely not an everyday multimillionaire then, unlike DOXXreport. No, I'm an everyday pauper. That's the truth, baby. Right.
You ain't running a grift channel, are you?
I have a channel, but it's not a grift channel. I do say I'm the poor and send money now.
Okay, I guess that's different. All right, 1 hour, 55 minutes. We got to go to 2 hours now. I wonder what kind of sunset we're going to get. I'm enjoying the single malt scotch. Oh, this is great. 72 degrees Fahrenheit, that would be 22 degrees Celsius, humidity 54%, wind 8 kilometers per hour. That would be 7 miles per hour. Beautiful. No music today. I just got the crowd. The crowd was buzzing because the president was here. Oops, get rid of that. Come on. There he is. He's at Costco. He loves the people, meeting the people. He cares about the people, the average person. And then the globalist media had to show up.
On the Munich Security Conference.
How confident are you that
Mr. President, are you going to hold anyone? Mr. President, are you anticipating?
President, you just mentioned the meeting with the President of Colombia. What is your message to European leaders? Do you still have confidence? Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President.
Give me live, sir.
You still have confidence. Handling of the airspace closure over El Paso.
Down in El Paso.
On Greenland, on European leaders.
There's going to be any progress in Ukraine.
No wonder the office ages you. Can you imagine putting up with that all the time? Oh, my God. GD, peso cannon.
Leadership, discipline, diligence, integrity, civility.
Let's hear from Red one more time, because Jack's interrupted that. I wanted to get him on because he was driving. Red, where are you? He can't believe it. He got dumped. Hey, Red, welcome to the club.
Okay. I just find it strange that people, that someone can say something to you and you can be in a certain place, right? And then one day you can just say to someone, right, that's it, and I don't want to see you again. I find that very bizarre.
Women have an agenda, Red. Haven't you figured that out? Maybe she didn't get enough bling bling.
I can understand it if you've been on a downwards, trajectory, and things aren't going well. But it wasn't like that. It was bizarre. It was bizarre like how it happened. But anyway.
You'll understand it when you get older. But you shouldn't have used the term bizarre, because she's going to respond to that. I don't know where, but she will respond to that. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, 1 hour, 59 minutes. Let's get out of here. I don't have any music to take you out. Maybe I should get something. Oh, I know what we should use. This will be familiar.